What's good, Grind Schoolers? It's your boy Rob, and we back in the shop today. So today what we got going down is we are actually taking the Elco out. I wasn't going to, but I figured it would be a good day to take the car out because for one, it's Christmas Eve. For two, my dad invited me to breakfast with him and his homies, and one of them got a 56 Chevy. I think it's a 56. That's pretty hot. You know what I'm saying? They race. They used to race at least. I don't know if they still race, but they used to race. So they haven't seen the Elco or anything like that yet, just videos and obviously whatever my dad had shown them and stuff like that. And I told my dad I wasn't going to bring the car because it's just too much. But I started thinking about it. I'm like, man, the roads hopefully won't be too busy. I'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, get out Christmas Eve morning, enjoy the car. We're still having good weather. So, I mean, shout out to Colorado for that. But as long as as long as it's nice, there's really no reason for me to have it put up. I'm pretty much done with the amount of painting that I was going to do for this section or whatever for the Monte Carlo. And I'm not going to be painting for the next couple of days, I don't think. So I can go ahead and uncover the car. I don't like covering it up, covering it up, uncovering it. It's just too much. I just rather it just be covered up. Let me get done doing what I got to do and then move on from there. Like I said, I'm not going to be painting for the next couple of days because today's Christmas Eve, tomorrow's Christmas, and then maybe even the next day, who knows. But we got to do a couple things, like the tire keeps going flat, so I got to pump that up and get that ready to go. I also got to drain the coolant back into the radiator because it did kind of overfill a little bit because I'm still having the cooling issues, but I think the temperature outside is good enough for the car to stay cool. And I still got some antifreeze that I might dump in there too, just to have it going in there. And then other than that, the dashboard, I got to just bolt down real quick and we should be good to go, man. But anyways, man, before we jump into the video, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, let's go. So first things first, we got to pump up the tire. It has no air in it at all. So I'm going to let that pump up, and then I'll start taking the car cover off. And then we got a couple other things to do, and then we'll go ahead and start it up, get it out the garage, check the transmission fluid, get the coolant back into the radiator, and then I'm gonna clean out the bed, and then we could, get it fired up and ready to go. All right, y'all, so I got the car uncovered. It's filthy, it's filthy. But I got this little brush thing to just get the dust off. I'm not gonna wash it or nothing. It's just too cold out here. And I'm not trying to, do all that. I just want to get it from being so dusty. We pumped up the tire. We put the coolant back, or we drained it back into the radiator. And we're still a little bit low in the radiator. I don't know if y'all can see. Yeah, y'all can see the scales. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill up the radiator. And I'm gonna cold fill this. And then we should be good to go. Other than that, I am concerned a little bit about the amount of transmission fluid that has spilled out. I did drive this like the other day, so, or like last week, I think sometime, just to stretch your legs for a second because I was just thirsty. But other than that, man, we gotta figure that out real quick. And then after that, we'll go ahead and start it, move it out of the garage, and then, get this dashboard attached because I never attached it, so I gotta put it back. So every time I'm driving, it kind of falls forward. Reason why I didn't attach it because I wasn't sure if I was gonna pull it back out. Actually, I do gotta pull it back out, but I'm gonna attach it because I'm going a little bit further today. Not just like around the corner up the block or into the neighborhood to get some gas. So let me go ahead and grab the coolant, fill this back up, and then I'll go ahead and pull this out. And then we'll go ahead and start testing the transmission fluid. Make sure we got good transmission fluid in there. It's a real slow leak. It happens so much over time. Make sure all the tires are good, and then, we'll be on the road. So let me go ahead and do all that real quick. And then, yeah. All that transmission fluid. Man, I was trying to get the start up so y'all could, hear the car, but the phone had failed. So we're just gonna let it warm up for a little second. While we let it warm up, we'll go ahead and dust it off, and then carburetor. So let me go ahead and do that, and then yeah, we'll get on this road. Decided to throw her on the highway this morning. We're just cruising, man. I ain't trying to go too crazy, man. This car needs so much work though. You know what I'm saying? Just to get it to where I want it to be, but we're just gonna cruise to the spot and yeah, not try to do too much. But like I said, man, I'm gonna just cruise. I'm gonna try to get in front of this truck right here. I ain't trying to go crazy or nothing, man. I'll just get in front of this truck right here. But yeah, anyways, man. You see them beautiful mountains? I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's not picking it up. That's our view, baby. But yeah, let me go ahead and get off this phone, pay attention to the car, and get to this restaurant.
It'll just slide into neutral on its own.
Yeah.
Because of that auto stick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I got another shifter though. I got a ratchet style.
That you'll do.
I was about to say those Moser 400. You know what I'm saying? 355, 400, small block. But this thing get down. Don't sound like mine.
Yeah, you know, it was a 350. It was bored out. It was like a 377.
Should go to the back. Way louder than my car. Way louder. Alright. Pure race car. Sheesh. That thing is loud. There's so much traffic today, man. This shit is insane. Like, I thought it was Christmas Eve. We about to get out, chill, drive, cruise. Nah, but it's all good, man. We kind of far from the crib right now. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of like a test for the car, but after this light, we should be good to go. My coolant thing is not working, so I don't really know if it's overheating or not. I hope not, but you know what I'm saying, we'll see. But anyways, like I said, man, we just cruising, vibing, listening to music, chilling. But let me get through this traffic, man, and then, you know what I'm saying, like, I might take some pictures and some video of the car, and then, you know what I'm saying, go from there. But yeah, I'm gonna just get through this, navigate through this, and then get on about my business. Alright, y'all, I guess it's safe to say that I'm officially taking the Elco out of commission, man. It's fun, you know what I'm saying, don't get me wrong, I enjoy driving the car, but there's just too much stuff that I don't necessarily like about the car that I really want to correct and get it fixed. Thank God, like, the car been running fine, everything's been good or whatever, but it looked like there was a big coolant leak underneath the car. I don't know if that was my car or somebody else's when I pulled up into the gas station. And so frustrated with, you know what I'm saying, like not knowing if I'm gonna make it home and whatnot, you know what I mean? And, you know, waiting on a tow truck sucks. So like I said, man, it just is what it is. We're gonna take our time, we're gonna just cruise. I'm on like pretty much back roads now. I'm getting closer to the house. So yeah, man, I guess it is what it is. Good thing it's winter time. I did plan to remix the car anyway, but now I think it's official. We're gonna remix the car. So anyways, let me concentrate on the car, and then I'll get to the crib, and then we'll chop it when I get there. Look at God, y'all. I've been cruising probably about 30 miles an hour maybe. And usually the road that I'm on a one-lane road. And it's a real long one-lane road, multiple ways, like stopping and turning, all that kind of stuff. Nobody behind me at all the whole entire way. Now I did have to take a little bit rougher of a road than I wanted to take, but I thought it would be the safest route. And like I said, I'm just gimping it along. I don't want to do too much stress or damage to whatever's going on back there. So I just decided, you know what I'm saying, take it easy, and, you know, listen to the car, see what it's doing, see if it's swaying back and forth or whatnot. And yeah, you know what I mean? But usually this road is really busy, but not today it ain't. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the man upstairs, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm almost to the crib. I'll chop it with y'all in a second when I get there. All right, y'all. So, we made it back to the crib. Looks like the coolant was good the whole entire time. Like I said, for whatever reason, the coolant temperature sensor is not reading on the dashboard. Don't know what happened. It was working one day, then it stopped, and it started working again, then it stopped. So I gotta see what's going on with this wire, and see, maybe it's like loose or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to take a look at that, but I know that if the coolant was bubbling over, then this would fill up, and that's exactly where it's been at since I like left the house this morning. But that's the second person that said something about this rear tire on the right side like wobbling, and I have no idea what in the world is going on or taking place, because if I get up under there, everything is solid, man. Like there's nothing like going on. I don't want to get all the way up under there because I don't want to get all dirty, but the suspension's tight, sway bar's tight. I picked up the car before and I pulled on the wheel, and it seemed like it was good. So the only thing that I can think of is it's got to be something internal. Wheel studs and stuff are locked down, torqued down. Everything is solid there. Like I said, the only thing that I can think of is something internal. So this is a old rear end, and it does need to be replaced, and I'm gonna replace it. So I tried to gimp it along as much as I could, but I think I'm gonna just replace the rear end, and that should fix the problem, obviously. But yeah, man, we are now officially going to decommission the Elco. It was fun while it lasted. I had a good time, you know what I'm saying, this summer. And, you know, the last summer or whatever, I didn't take it out too much last summer. I took it out more this summer. But there's so many loose ends here, man, that I want to correct and I want to fix, because the Monte Carlo has been broken all the way down. And I'm not going to break this all the way down, but the motor and transmission definitely coming out. Most of the setup we're going to keep, but we'll go ahead and make it a 383 because this motor has a lot of power in it. But I can't put it to the ground because of the rear end. And I've been trying to do the rear end thing for quite some time. So, yeah, but I know the motor's good. Everything's good. This has been in this car since 2014. So it's been in here for about 10 years. I guess now it's time to remix it, though, because I'm tired of the transmission leaking. I changed gaskets, pans, everything is still leaks. So we're just going to do away with that, get a new transmission, take that TH350 out of there, and go with something different. And then the cooling issue, I think it's just this radiator cap, but I put on this new cap. It fixed, excuse me, it fixed the problem for a second. And then, you know, I guess, you know, my dad told me that these kind of leak a little bit of pressure. So you could get boiling and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and replace the whole entire system, put electric cooling fans on here, less drag on the motor. And then we'll go ahead and change up the whole accessory drives, all that, these valve covers, the heads, all that, probably the intake, all that will be brand new. We'll get up under here, we'll clean all this up, we'll probably weld this into the firewall, the plate into the firewall, so we can get rid of those bolts around, just like we did the Monte Carlo. And I'm debating whether I want to paint match the engine bay or leave it black. So I'm up in the air with that, and then we'll get some new door hinge or hood hinges and stuff, because these don't really go with the car. I just kind of sprayed them up real quick, and it is what it is. But the car needs to be undercoated. It needs a new fuel pump, and the fuel tank too. I'm gonna go with a, what's it called, a sump tank, because when I hit corners, the gas slides back and forth, and then the gas gauge drops, and then it starts beeping at me like I'm running out of gas. So we're gonna go ahead and do the sump, and then also too, the fuel pump that I was gonna put on the Monte Carlo, I'm gonna go ahead and put on this car, because shout out to Just Jap Performance on Instagram. He built a fuel pump bracket for me, and I can't use it on the Monte Carlo because there's really nowhere to put it on the Monte Carlo how I'm supposed to mount it. So I'm gonna just mount it on the back of the Elco how it's supposed to be mounted, and then we'll do the exhaust dumped before the rear axle. And then other than that, man, this car should be good to go. We'll undercoat it, do all that, fix all this little stuff, fix all the paint blemishing and stuff like that, and then we'll put it back on the road. But for now, man, I'm not gonna drive it like that. That was kind of scary, and shout out to homie for letting me know before I got on the highway, because I would have been going highway speeds, and you know what I'm saying, it could have been bad. And I already had a wheel collapse on me before, and it's not fun. So yeah, anyways, man, she made it home though, made it home safe and sound, and yeah, man, we good to go. All right, grind schoolers, that's gonna do it for this video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Shout out to the Elco, man. And Elco has really never left me stranded. It has gotten stuck. I did have to get it towed one time, but you know what I'm saying, I was kind of close to the house, did have AAA, threw it on the tow truck, and I made it home. It was, you know, it was all good, no harm, no foul. And I did get like kind of stuck, ran out of gas one time, but that was user error. That was my fault for not putting gas in there. And then another time the starter was acting up. But I was able to get it started. It took a little while, but you know what I'm saying, I was able to get it started and get it home. The car has never really left me stranded after all these years, even after, you know, like having all the issues that it has and has had. This car is a little bit of a different type of build. You know, the car's been built in driveways and parking lots and, you know, other people's garages and stuff like that. And I've always had to keep it mobile. And so since it got to, you know, my house, my last house, it got kicked out of the garage because I bought my Camaro. It got kicked out the garage because the Impala took its spot in there, because the Impala, I've never been able to get registered yet, and I couldn't leave the Impala on the street. So this has always been on the street. And I kind of left it neglected until I got to this current house that I'm in now, and that's when I did all the suspension, the paint, the body work, the interior, and all that kind of stuff. And you know, it just got to a point where it's like, dang, I'm constantly working on my car. Well, now I want to drive it. So this is the first summer that I've actually ever been able to like really drive the car and sort it out and fix any inconsistencies that's going on. The car has been doing great, but in order to make those long trips, it has to be 100% reliable. I'm not trying to call a tow truck. I'm not trying to be stranded on the side of the road. Car look pretty, but it don't drive. You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm cool with taking it out of commission because there's a lot that I want to do to it. I want to make it a lot faster, and really be able to slide, you know what I'm saying, like I want to. And by the time the Monte Carlo's done, it should be good, and we'll just, you know, ride the Monte Carlo until the Elco is ready to go. And what I might do, and it won't match, you know what I'm saying, the theme or nothing like that, but I might throw the wheels that's on the Elco now on the Monte Carlo for the summertime, and just roll with the Monte Carlo however, you know what I mean, and just enjoy that while the Elco's torn down. That's what I might do. And then obviously we got the Impala and stuff, and I said that I wanted to build the Impala, but I'm not going to tear down a car that runs and drives perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it except some minor nuances here and there. To like build it when the Elco needs to be built first. So after we're done with the Monte Carlo, we're gonna build the Elco, and you know what I'm saying, we're gonna take that top level too, because I can't have my wife out here showing out and I'm not showing out too. You know what I'm saying? There's no competition, never that. But at the end of the day, this Monte Carlo is gonna be next level, yo. And I want the Elco to be there along with it. But this is, you know, granted, to my credit, this is the first car that I ever built. I left a lot of things untouched. You know what I'm saying? I left a lot of things like just half-assed because I just wanted to roll. I just wanted to cruise. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have wiper motor in there. I took that out or whatever. Matter of fact, I don't even know if it even had one ever. But regardless of the situation, the wipers never worked. You know what I'm saying? You can see bolts like this plate that's in the firewall. Like, it's not all the way bolted down. There's holes in the firewall where there shouldn't be holes. There's wires, not everywhere because I've since cleaned it up, but it still could be a little bit cleaner. You know, I should have, I just sprayed the outside of the frame and the underside of the frame. But I didn't even spray like, really the inside. It needs to be undercoated, the whole nine. The interior is like falling apart, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't bolt everything down. It's just so much that needs to be done with the Elco. Like, it's a really nice car, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, it still has its blemishes. It still has a lot of work to go. So anyways, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like I said, I just wanted to drive the car for a little bit and enjoy it, but you know what I mean? Like, that might be the last hurrah until mid to late summer, I'm gonna say, because I don't know when we're gonna be able to get everything together. And what I might do is I might just tear this rear end out and put a rear end in it, and then, you know what I'm saying, keep it like drivable, and then just do everything, you know, however I do it. But I definitely want to pull the motor out. But anyways, man, like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Always remember, work hard so you can live free.